In Karamoja's grazing fields, the winds of change have been slow. The weather is the biggest driver of change in the rangelands. There is lots of pasture and water now, but these cows will be struggling to graze and drink in a few weeks. In this wilderness, however, 20th century technology is changing the way pastoralists care for their herds, even talk to each other. Sukari Ngorok is using his phone to call a colleague about a tick attack on his herd. Without a phone, he would have to travel tens of kilometers to call support.
Right from animals falling sick, at least you can call any veterinary doctor who is available maybe in town to rescue them with medication. And then even in an event when there are conflicts of raiding, all those kind of things, they can inform. Maybe a friend, a colleague can call from somewhere like he'll be alert. There is such kind of insecurity threat most likely to come up. And then even if someone falls sick here in the village, at least they can rush with that person to the nearby health center. You can call a border who can easily come and give support and rescue. He's much appreciating KDF for the efforts they have done in as far as securing this mobile technology is concerned.
A few minutes later, Margaret Noma, Ngorok's colleague, arrives. Her observation is that Ngorok has to spray his herd with an acaricide. Pastoralism survives largely on goodwill among herders, and the mobile phone is aiding and sustaining this interdependence.
You can be able to know what's happening in your kraal. You being there or not there, you are able to know how your animals are for that day or for that night. 2, it also enables you to monitor the security within the environment of your animals. And then 3, it makes you to know what is happening in other neighboring people. Like for example, if I am here, I'm able to know somebody who is already in a Rupa, what's happening in Rupa, what's happening in a park, you are able to know. And then you exchange the ideas.
The Pastoralist Information Center, set up by a local non-government organization, aims to promote access to mobile technologies for herders. Away from talking to their peers, pastoralists can also request veterinary services and report disease outbreaks.
Pastoralists exercise a high degree of flexibility and adaptation to their environment, and in their own context they are, quite highly adaptive and innovative. So with the numerous opportunities that the mobile phone provides and offers, we saw that as a chance to give them more advantage to survive better and communicate and share knowledge. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be mistaken that we introduced the mobile phone into pastoralist settings. They were always, utilizing the mobile phone. So at the time of the start of the Pastoralist Information Center, our conservative estimates put at around 30,000 the number of phones in the hands of pastoralists in Karamoja. So we designed this system to take advantage of that and to connect pastoralists more.
Because of the remoteness of grazing lands and the peculiar nature of pastoralism, the mobile phone is the fastest, most suitable way to communicate in the rangelands. It's a piece of technology that will help and enhance the sustainability of an age-old tradition and way of sustenance. It's mobile technology for mobile people.
No, we have what we call the shared resources. See, issues with the pastures, water, between the Karamojongs and the Iteso. I know when there is shortage, normally there are conflicts. So for them, this technology can help them identify where some of these resources are. Can they freely use them? So they can call, you see, Mr. X, yes, I think here is okay. There are no conflicts. So they can communicate freely and be able to address the problems which are affecting them in terms of pastures, in terms of water.
Back at Ngorok's kraal, he's also tapping into the power of the sun for the good of his cows. The portable solar panel and lamp is a critical source of light especially when milking at night.
For us in Karamoja, we always milk our cows at night due to the flies, because we are also looking at the flies, because when flies are just around the cow, a cow cannot accept to be milked, because it has to be kicking all the time to chase the flies away. But now, because of this technology that we have, we are now very comfortable. However late it is, we leave up to the time when all the flies will go. We put on the light, and the light shines almost the whole area. The lights shines the whole area, and somebody is to milk freely. And then secondly, it also helps us when a cow is producing at night.
Pastoralism is facing immense pressure from urbanization, which has cut the size of grazing lands, climate change, and unfavorable government policies. In Karamoja, though, the mobile phone might just be the key to the resilience, even survival, of pastoralism.